So, how many of you in your middle years use these squares? There was like 100 squares, tens, and ones. Did you use those in middle years? Do you remember using those? So, in high school, when we introduce algebra, we have an x squared tile, a negative x squared tile, an x tile, a negative x tile, a 1 tile, and a negative 1 tile. Notice the pattern that all of the negative ones are empty. And what we do when we're drawing them is whenever we want to show a positive tile, we shade it in. Yeah, I want you to draw those. Draw those and put those into your notes. Today is February the 11th. So we would add it into our notes. Yes. It's just your textbook uses red and green. I don't know why it uses different colors. But it's when you draw it, you just shade it in. So I use the same color code that your textbook uses so that you can figure it out that way. So here we have a bunch of tiles. You have to know that the shaded ones are positive, the ones that are not shaded are negative, and we have to write an algebraic expression for each of these. So what do we have here? What kind are these green tiles?
Positive.
Positive what?
X.
Positive x's. So we have, how many x's do we have? 2 x's. And then 4 negative ones. We'll just write minus 4, because those aren't x's. Those are just ones.
On this one it says all the minuses have an x on them. Oh no, never mind, this one. Never mind, false alarm.
This one here.
You shut up.
Negative 3 x's, good. Plus 6. Perfect. All right, we got a couple big squares. They're shaded in, they're positive. We got 3 negative skinny ones and then 1 single one that's shaded. What is this going to be? We got, this will be 2x squareds.
And then it'll be 3x.
So we can write that as minus 3x plus 1. Excellent. All right.
Wow. I can see Joe taking a sick chance, like ketchup just licking off all the seasoning into eating it.
So now we have the following statements, and you got to draw the right algebra tile picture. What would it look like? What would it look like to be 3 less than twice x? X, what do the x ones look like? They're like this, but shaded in, right? 1. Does this make sense that that's twice x? How would I show 3 less?
Negative 4. And then just 3 clear ones.
3 clear little ones. Because this is twice x subtract 3. Sometimes it might be easier to draw them first. Sometimes it might be easier to write the expression first and then draw them. So I think for here, 3 less than twice x, does it make sense that that would be 2x minus 3? And then we can draw them after. What would it look like to be the opposite of x? A negative x. So the word opposite, so we just need to make a skinny one, but keep it not shaded, to be a negative x. So the sum of the opposite of x and 2. The opposite of x would be negative x. What does sum mean? Add. So we're adding negative x plus 2. How would we draw that? Negative x wouldn't be colored in. But the plus 2 would be. 4 less than x squared. Well, x squared looks like this. If I had 4 less than that, that would be minus 4.
So it'd be one big colored in.
One big colored in square.
Then